In the royal bubble, when the view is perfectly choreographed, the king's welcome appears so very supportive. But widen out the perspective a bit, and it all looks different. Right across the street from the royal fans in Liverpool are the anti-monarchists. A collection of Republicans who follow the king, often around the country, just to be seen and heard. Sometimes it means getting into it with those ready to defend the monarchy.
Because that pays for the staff.
They don't pay their staff.
No, the Royal Flagship.
We pay the
staff.
I've actually had a few friends who, they are pro-monarchy, and I've managed to convince them otherwise.
I think it's ridiculous that in a country that's supposed to be a democracy, there's a magic family that has magic blood that gives them the right to hundreds of millions of pounds while people are starving.
Children are starving! Why pay for him? Why pay for him? Why pay for him?
The money conversation is especially loud now in the lead up to the apparently pared down but still ornate coronation. The wealth especially relevant now. The thing is, there's also enormous private wealth that just passed from monarch to monarch, free from inheritance tax and largely free from real scrutiny.
And if you just look there, you can see very clearly net assets, 653 million, no dispute.
Enter the Guardian newspaper. Investigations correspondent David Pegg, part of a team that spent months hunting for precise details about the royal wealth, public and private, and where it all comes from. The whole series is a drip of details, dropping, of course, in the days before Charles is crowned.
This is a ruby that was taken from India by the East India Company. It's still in the possession of the British Crown now.
And India wants it back.
Looted treasures, masterpieces held in royal palaces away from public view, and a legacy of riches built from the monarchy's connections to slavery and colonization. The lack of transparency on all of it adding to public aggravation, particularly in a moment when the economy is rough, interest rates are high, and so many are living on the edge.
You have things like Sandringham and Balmoral. These are private country estates. They're owned by him. There's no doubt about it. He could sell them tomorrow. At the other end of the spectrum, you have stuff like Buckingham Palace. He can't sell that. But then you have all sorts of weird assets in the middle. And it can make it very, very difficult to tell what is public and what is private. The monarchy survives by public consent. That consent has to be informed, and it has to be kind of, earned. And so simply saying, we're not going to talk about it, that's not going to fly. I don't think you can really get away with that in the 21st century.
All London is a blaze of colour in a light, rather feminine scheme befitting a young queen.
It's easy to look back at the 1953 coronation and marvel at how different the world seemed. This is from Canada's National Film Board. Look at all that scaffolding being built in the days leading up to the Queen's coronation. All of it created so people could crowd around to watch every step of the coronation of a 25-year-old, a mother of two, just a bit younger than the average age in the UK at the time. And this is today. And the mood about getting ready to watch such a familiar face being crowned seems so relatively muted.
I don't want to get rid of them, but I don't care about them.
I have no issue with the monarchy personally, to be honest. I'm very happy for them to be in what power they have. But again, popularity-wise among young people, it's very much gone down.
Yeah.
That's accurate. A YouGov's poll in the UK released today says only 36% of 18 to 24-year-olds want to keep the royal family in place. That's a big drop from 2013 when 72% wanted to keep it. Anti-monarchists leap on that for fundraising and recruiting for a movement to abolish the monarchy. But Robert Hardman, author of Queen of Our Times, doesn't see an end in these times.
Very happy or just not bothered either way?
I think if the thing were to be under threat, then I think they would get very perturbed. I think it's one of those things people just accept. It's like, it's like the rain. It's like, red post boxes. It's a sort of part of British life. But it's when you say you're going to take that away, when that part of just the national fabric is under threat, that's when people respond. And I don't think there's any sense that it is under threat.
So even though the anti-monarchy, pro-republic voices are a little bit louder now, it sounds like you see them as just a bit of a speed bump.
I see them as something that's always been there, actually. I mean, at the time of the Queen's coronation in '53, you look at the sort of newsreel, it looks as though the entire country is sort of in some sort of trance-like state of joy. Actually, even then, 20% of people said it was time to get rid of the monarchy. So it hasn't really shifted much.
The stats back that up. Over the span of 30 years, Ipsos asked if people in the UK would prefer to become a republic or stay a monarchy. Look at that line. 18% favoring a republic in 1993, 22% last year. Some polls put it slightly higher after the death of the Queen, but not that much higher.
It's never going to be the mob that gets rid of the monarchy. It's never going to be a revolution. It's going to be, you know, the risk is one day people turn around and go, oh, we've forgotten why we've got this thing. Why is it here? You know, that's the danger.
On this point, the anti-monarchist pro-republic movement entirely agree with him.
And then at some point there will be a clear argument for a referendum when those numbers between Republicans and monarchists are much closer together in the polls.
Graham Smith is leading the charge, as he has been for years, has plans for more.
And we'll probably start doing it where William turns up as well. And we'll continue to use the growth and resources to grow the campaign and to really engage with people. This is a turning point for the campaign.
The protesters are ready, and so are the police. But it's what happens after the coronation that will really matter.